I want to thank you for joining me today. And before we get started, as always, all messages that are released on this channel are my truth. And that is exactly what it is and what it always will be. And that is my truth. Now, my truth consists of a bunch of experiences that I gained clarity from, which ultimately took me back to the real me, which is truth. Now, when I try to convince you that my truth is the gospel, however, my truth is the gospel for me. That does not make it the gospel for you, nor will I ever try to make it the gospel for you. By me being on this platform, I am simply placing breadcrumbs on a path that I've already walked. Now, you find yourself on a similar path and you resonate with said breadcrumbs and you say, you know what, I like that. I want to follow that. And that's cool. If not, that is cool as well. My purpose is to assist those who are ready to get out of their own way. So let's get right into it. All right. So I wanted to hop on here and give you one of my favorite parables and talk about it and how it related to my life. And I'm sure you can find a relation to it to your life. And it's going to be one of Buddha's parables. So, after many days of travel, Buddha arrived at a small town to give a speech. Everyone was happy to see him except one young man. While Buddha spoke, the man was shouting at him. Buddha did not pay attention and continued to speaking. This infuriated the man even more. He walked directly in front of the Buddha and continued to ridicule him. You have no right to teach others. You're stupid and you're a fake. The crowd began to react to this young man's caustic behavior. The Buddha stopped the crowd from turning against him and said, it's not always necessary to counter aggression by aggression. Instead, he turned to the man and asked, if you buy a gift for someone and that person does not take it, to whom does the gift belong? The young man was surprised by the question and thought for a moment and answered, it will belong to me because I bought the gift. The Buddha said, correct. It's the same with your anger. If you become angry with me and I don't feel insulted nor accept your hostility, the anger falls back on you as it was initially yours to give. You're the only one who becomes unhappy, not me. All you've done is hurt yourself. The young man understood, clasped his hands together, and slowly bowed to the Buddha. It was an acknowledgement that this man learned a valuable lesson that day. And so the Buddha concluded, as a mirror reflects an object, as a still lake reflects the sky, take care that what you speak or act is for good, for goodness will always cast back goodness and harm will always cast back harm. So, powerful lesson. So basically, how I look at this is, you already know my motto. Everything is energy. Not my opinion, this is fact. Everything is energy. So I look at everything from an energetic standpoint. So now if we break down this parable, you look at it when he was talking mess to the Buddha, right? It said the Buddha was ignoring him. And he got what? Infuriated, because he was sending him negative energy. The Buddha was not accepting that energy. And that energy has no choice. When you're sending it out, if it's not accepted, it's going to return to where it came from. So now he's throwing out anger and frustration and this and that, right? And the Buddha's not accepting it, so it comes right back to him. So then he's feeling that, and he's like, well, I got to get this up out of me. So he's trying to give it to the Buddha. This is what's going on. He's trying to put that energy onto the Buddha. He wanted the Buddha to defend himself. Oh, I am a good teacher. Oh, I'm this, I'm that, and yada yada and blah blah blah, right? He wanted the Buddha to lower himself to that man's level. That's what you're doing when someone outside of you tries to bait you into some argument, a fight, or whatever the case may be. If you're vibrating higher than this person, you're not bothering anyone. Somebody comes at you, starting something, this, that, and the other, they're trying to trigger you. Get you to lower your vibration, come down to their level so they can siphon your energy. It's an energetic game here. That's all it is energy. Now, I've had many situations, not many, I won't say many, but as a man, I've had a couple situations where I responded and not reacted. Now, out of those situations, there was really two situations where I really, really wanted to unleash on people. Only two of them, because they went over the line, right? Nothing crazy. But I still had to really hold my composure because I really wanted to. But in these two situations, it felt like a setup. So I had to restrain myself. So But that's a good thing that I have the ability to respond and not react, especially as a man when somebody's trying to do something. And especially if you tie your manhood, right, your masculinity to what somebody else is saying about you, then you're going to get baited all the time. You're not going to bait me in with you trying to insult me using words. Nah. Because I don't have to accept that. I don't care what your insult is. I'm like, okay. Or I don't care what words come out of your mouth. They are words. But those words are also energy. But I'm not going to accept them. People are always constantly trying to bait you. Look at social media. Perfect example. Having this channel. If someone was trying to say anything negative in the comments, whatever, I'm not going to respond to you. I don't even know you. You don't even know me. You're hearing these messages, but you still do not know me. Why am I going to respond to some comments in a section that somebody's trying to bait me in, to siphon my energy, defend myself, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, think what you want. Means absolutely nothing. You do not have to accept a gift that someone is trying to give you that is not for your benefit. Proverbs 26:4, do not answer a fool according to his folly, or you yourself will be just like him. Same thing as the parable. The fool offering you a gift, and you will be fool number 2 if you accept that gift. Once you engage with what they're trying to give you, you will become it. Think about how easy it is to reflect back negative energy. They get mad, you get mad. The difference is all those situations I talked about in my life, when they were trying to rile me up, I had to stay composed and calm. Now in my mind, I'm sitting there thinking and counting and doing all kind of stuff, but it's whatever I got to do to avoid pushing forward. Out of fear? Absolutely not, because I don't fear anyone. Now, there was a time where I feared myself. So that's why I didn't engage with people, because I knew what I was capable of. So I prevented myself from going overboard. You hear me say on this channel a lot, prevention is always better than curing something. So before anything even gets started, I'm going to chop it off early. I'm not even going to let it build up momentum. Matthew 10:14, and whoever shall not receive you, nor hear your words, when ye depart out of that house or city, shake off the dust off your feet. Perfect example. When I retired, I went back home. I was getting disrespected. There was no trust. There was no love. There was nothing. I was like, so why am I here? I'm like, people are trying to trigger me, siphon the energy, and I had to leave that environment. And once I left that environment, shake the dust. That's getting off all those energetic cords, all those attachments, things that did not serve me. Get that stuff off of you. It's not yours. It's energy. Get others people's energies, projections up off of you. And once you do that, guess where it's going to go? Right back to them. You never have to accept a gift from anyone, especially if they're showing you that they're not receiving you. Ecclesiastes 7:9, do not be quickly provoked in your spirit, for anger resides in the lap of fools. All of these scriptures are reflecting that parable perfectly. Perfectly. Someone offers you anger, you don't have to receive it or reflect it back. Someone offers you an insult, you do not have to carry that insult. Someone offers you hate, you do not have to become it. Respond. Do not react. Do not let someone pull you into their world. If you're vibrating higher than someone, and you know you're vibrating higher than this person, and this person comes in trying to give you insults, whatever. It does not matter. Remove yourself from that situation. You do not have to stay there. You do not have to engage. You do not have to defend yourself. You don't have to explain yourself. Remove yourself from that situation. Save your energy. Everything is energy. I'm going to leave you with one last quote. And this is a Viktor Frankl quote. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. And our response allows our growth and our freedom. You have the power to respond. Separate yourself from your ego, your mind, and who you think you are, and step into who you truly are. And I'm going to leave it there. And as always, if you got anything out of this message, I ask you to hit your like and subscribe, and I will definitely check you in the next one.